Welcome back, guys. Cody here with Don on the Out of Bounds Sports Podcast, coming at you with a little PLE preview. We got Money in the Banks tonight in Toronto, Canada, our hometown. So we'll do a little predictions, talk about the matches, and see what's going to happen. All right, see you in there. All right, so we got Money in the Bank slated for tonight. Starts at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like we said, it's here in our hometown of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at the Scotiabank Arena.
Yes.
Yeah, they had SmackDown there last night. Packed house, you said, right? Looked packed?
There's over 16,000.
Yeah, we were going to try. We were thinking, when we saw it was in Toronto, we were thinking about going, but
You didn't feel like getting beat up on tickets.
ticket prices are rough. Even in the upper bowl where you could see the match with your binoculars. So we skipped out on this one, but it should be a good show. You know what? WWE hasn't been the side pay-per-views, like the Backlash and the Clash of Castle, they didn't have too much juice going into them, but no. I'm kind of excited for this one, to be honest.
First of all, before we get into that, they also, in Toronto, because they're here at the same time, they also have NXT PLE on Sunday night, same place.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's, I don't know if it's Battleground or whatever the hell I don't know. But either way, that's happening.
Yeah.
But it's
full
NXT.
Full week of wrestling in Toronto here tonight.
All right, so, yeah, you know what? I haven't been impressed by the last few WWE PLEs.
Yeah.
They had one that was decent, and the rest were just pure garbage. Now, this one does have some intrigue. I really hope, because I'm going to be watching this one, I hope that it equals all of the build-up.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, there's 5 matches on there. We'll go match by match, but yeah, I think,
Can I just say, AEW last weekend had Forbidden Door. They only had 15 matches. What the hell?
5. I think 5 is small amount. 15 is almost too much.
Let's go 7 or 8 at least.
7 or 8's got to be
with the kind of money people are paying for this thing. But you're giving them 5 bloody matches.
But I think the two Money in the Bank matches, those will be decent time. Those will probably be 40 minutes.
Oh, I doubt that. I doubt. I'll let you know.
Yeah, you let me know.
I will let you know. I'll let you know.
All right, so we'll kick it off with the match that I think will be the opener. Or they'll probably start off with the Money in the Bank match, right?
Probably the women's.
Probably start off with the women's. So we'll start there. So we got Io Sky, Lyra Valkyria, Tiffy Time, Chelsea Green, Naomi, and Zoe Stark. So we had last year's winner, Io Sky. I love Io Sky. I think she's great.
Can't stand
But I can't see her winning 2 in a row.
She will not win 2 in a row.
Like we were talking the other day, Naomi's pretty much like a glorified jobber at this point.
Oh my God, they bring her back after she walked out on them, and now she's getting treated as a jobber. Yeah. Guess what? That's how the WWE treats people that betray them.
Zoe Stark seems like a filler for me.
Zoe Stark is nothing.
There's 3 potential winners here, and they're all kind of up and coming stars. We got Lyra Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, and Chelsea Green. All 3 of them, we were talking about this yesterday. I could see all 3 of them winning.
Yeah.
There's reasons for each one to win. You got the NXT star in Lyra. You got Tiffy Time, who's got a lot of heat, and same with Chelsea Green. They're both more on the heelish side. And they got that weasel mentality where, that's perfect for them to be holding the Money in the Bank.
Yeah. I think Chelsea Green is a bit more of a weasel than Tiffy is.
Yeah.
Quite a bit more.
Yeah, she plays into that role quite a bit. So I was going through this.
I love her. She's hilarious.
My prediction for this match is, because I feel like this, I think Tiffy Time has a little bit more behind her for just credibility in terms of being a champion. Chelsea Green's great, but I don't think she has that quality yet. So I'm going to go with Tiffany Stratton on this one. I think she's going to win this one.
Okay, well, I would have agreed with that, except for the ever since before Clash of the Castle, they've really been pushing Chelsea Green.
They have, with the whole build up with Piper Niven and everything.
And the thing that I believe is just because the person wins the Money in the Bank, they doesn't have to become champion. And it fits me that Chelsea Green is just sneaky enough to try to pick the perfect time to win the championship and just have it blow up in her face.
Yeah.
So just because of that, just because of her character, how she performs, I'm going Chelsea Green, but I believe it's definitely between Stratton and Green. Yeah. I think it's those two in that set.
It'll be an interesting match to see.
And also, I could see her because if you recall, not too long ago, who surprisingly won the men's? Otis.
Baron Corbin?
Otis.
Otis won?
Otis won, Otis won. And the whole crowd was practically booing it. So if they can give it to him, you can give it to my Chelsea Green.
Did Otis end up cashing in and losing?
I don't know. I don't even know what happened. I couldn't even follow that clown. So,
all right, moving on to the next match of the night. I'm thinking they'll probably lean next into the Intercontinental Championship match between
Sami Zayn
and Braun Breaker. They're really building this Braun Breaker guy up to being like a destroyer. It's kind of reminded me of what they did with Ryback a long time ago, when they just made him look like a beast, and he had like these undefeated streaks.
More.
Yeah. And I think like with all the momentum they've given him, he's destroying all these different guys. Ricochet. Speaking of Ricochet, I think he signed with AEW.
Yep.
Yeah.
Saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Miles
In fact, the only reason why he wasn't at Forbidden Door is because his contract expired July 1st.
Oh, so they had to wait.
Yeah, so it was like
wait that one day.
It was like one day after. Again, WWE screwing other organizations. Shame on you, WWE. Shame on you.
So I think Braun Breaker has to win this match against Sami Zayn. Like, I think even if he only holds the title for like a month or whatever, and Sami Zayn wins it back, like I think that they got to give him this, keep building on him, and then once he wins the championships, they're gonna assess what the fans think of him. They're gonna say, is this guy believable? But if he loses Sami Zayn, it just like holds all his momentum. It's like this, it just like destroys that credibility, that Goldberg push that so many like these beast kind of guys that they give. So I think he's got to win at least this one. And then if he loses it in like a non-clean way, it still keeps his juice. But yeah, I see Braun Breaker winning.
What I am looking forward to in this match, excuse me, is Braun Breaker kicking the snot out of Sami Zayn. I can't stand that guy.
And it is a Canada guy, but it's not Montreal, so it's not like Sami Zayn has any.
They've already tried to separate twice. And the thing that I will enjoy the most is when Sammy's getting just the crap beaten out of him. He's going to start doing the fist shake and everything. I can't stand when they do that. It's like, ooh.
Braun Breaker's going to go rock
and he's going to get the crowd inspired, and then he's going to get his ass handed to him. And that will start. Okay, first of all, Breaker's going to win. And then that will start a little bit of a ongoing feud between those
back
two.
And forth, yeah.
Where, he's going to want his championship. And eventually he might win the championship back. But I'm just looking forward to this guy just getting crap kicked out of him tonight.
Yeah. So I think that's what I think we're both on the same page. Braun Breaker in that one. So we got 3 more matches here. And so do you think that the heavyweight championship will close it out?
Oh, absolutely.
So then the Money in the Bank will be the second last?
Yeah. And
then you got the 6-man tag?
That'll be second.
All right, so we'll move on to Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton against the Bloodline. It doesn't say anywhere that it's a handicap match. So is it 4 of them against 3, or like?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because I did a little research. That's what I did, because guys, research is important. So the thing is, I found out what criminal charges that Jacob Fatu had.
Yeah,
and when he was 18, he was convicted of armed robbery, which is classified as a violent crime. Now, the reason why they had him coming in when he did so late is because most of their PLEs were outside of the States.
Yeah,
He's not allowed to
France.
leave America,
Oh.
right? And so he's probably not coming up
But wasn't
to
he
Canada.
fighting in New Japan?
I don't know where the hell he was fighting. I'm not talking about now
Oh,
that he can't leave.
yeah.
That's why they didn't have him at Clash of the Castle or Backlash or anything else. So if he can't leave America, he's no way he's coming up here because, believe it or not, Canada is strict on people who've got violent criminal records coming up here, whether they have a waiver or not. They can pay for it. Chances are it's not going to be approved.
Yeah.
So I don't think he will be here. I don't think that will be an issue.
Oh, so it'll be Solo, Tomatonga, and Tomalonga.
Yeah. So that's what I believe. I could be proven wrong, right? But
okay. So it doesn't change it for me. I think the Bloodline wins this one.
they have to.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense for Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. Like it's not going to gain anything for their storylines. Like they're just kind of like defending the WWE at this point. But I think you gotta like we were saying with Braun Breaker, you gotta keep feeding into the path of destruction, and you gotta keep giving them that momentum because they need all the momentum that they can get right now because with Solo Sikoa as the leader, there's just not that same sort of they don't command the same sort of respect that they did. It's the Bloodline sort of like a jokey afterthought. So they need to keep making them look good. They need to keep making them look, destructive and people be scared of them. So
Yeah, well, and with this match, I'm kind of looking into the future.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to, actually, this match was supposed to be Solo Sikoa against Cody Rhodes until Cody Rhodes broke his ribs.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah. So, so then they were talking possibly at SummerSlam. Now, but I'm hearing that Roman Reigns might be coming back for SummerSlam. And he's going to go after Sikoa for what he did to Paul Heyman.
Okay, yeah.
And I've also been seeing, as everybody else has, whenever Orton and Rhodes are in the ring together, Rhodes is always side-eyeing the championship belt. So I'm thinking it could be possible that Rhodes, Orton, and Owens lose, and a little scuffle starts up between Orton and Rhodes, because I think he's going to be the next guy who's going to go for the championship.
Set up at WrestleMania?
No.
Or sorry, SummerSlam?
For SummerSlam.
Not WrestleMania.
So that's just speculation, but it seems that would be a logical transition for me.
Yeah, both sides.
But either way, the Bloodline has to win. They just have to.
It'll be a good fight, though. It'll be like that one that they had at Clash of the Castle. Or, yeah, Clash of the Castle? Is that the one when they...
Oh, the street fight?
Yeah, the street fight, yeah. So it'll be similar sort of match there. All right, moving on to our co-main event. Got the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Carmelo Hayes, Chad Gable, Jey Uso, Jey Uso's kind of become irrelevant since WrestleMania. Like, he had that one match against Priest for the title, and then other than that, you haven't really heard
Main event, Jey?
Main event, Jey, yeah.
Oh, afterwards, I'll tell you something happened last night, but it was funny.
And Andrade, which is a random inclusion.
Okay, Andrade's... Okay, first of all, he's not Andrade. He's Mr. Charlotte Flair, and that's the only reason why he's there.
So,
guy's a bum.
I was looking through this match, and, Carmelo Hayes, this would be a good experience for him.
He's a nothing burger.
With some good... He has potential, though. They want to push him. He's still young.
He's
still NXT,
way too early.
Right? Yeah. LA Knight has this feud with Logan Paul. I think so. Here's my prediction, guys. LA Knight it's gonna come down between LA Knight and Drew McIntyre, and LA Knight is gonna come very close, and we're gonna get a surprise appearance from Logan Paul. Logan Paul is gonna screw him out of the chance, and Drew McIntyre is gonna climb the ladder and he's gonna win the match.
So now, I agree with that. I believe it will be Drew McIntyre. I believe Logan Paul will interfere. One of two things could happen. One's unlikely, but the way the WWE works, excuse me, is it's possible that at the end of the match, Logan Paul comes in and just grabs this briefcase anyways, right?
Okay.
But I think, well, he's just, everybody hates him.
He would do that.
And that's just how he plays. But I believe that LA Knight will be screwed and that Drew McIntyre is going to win solely because CM Punk said as long as he's around, Drew McIntyre is never going to win a championship. So once Drew McIntyre has money in the bank, when he's thinking about cashing in, he's going to be looking behind his shoulder. And I guarantee you, anytime he tries to cash it in, CM Punk's going to be right there.
Yeah, I like that too. We could also have a double screw over where Logan Paul screws over LA Knight, CM Punk screws over Drew McIntyre, and then I can see Chad Gable winning it too. I can see Chad Gable as a legitimate Money in the Bank holder.
And also,
has he lost his shot at the Intercontinental Championship? So what's the next step?
But he doesn't need a championship. He is like one of those guys, like LA Knight, who doesn't need a championship to be significant.
Yeah.
Right? And as for Jey Uso, first of all, if he's going to win, he is going to win legitimately. Yeah. He's not going to sneak through the back door.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that once Roman Reigns comes back, the two Usos are going to get together and team up with him. They're going to be the bad bloodline and the good bloodline.
So he doesn't need that Money in the Bank hanging over his shoulder.
And then I've heard for their fourth member will be Zilla Fatu.
Yeah.
Right? So
I'm excited for that. And I think it'll all culminate at, WrestleMania. Because obviously, they want Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania. Like, that's like, it's like the John Cena all over again, where they had that main event set a year before prior.
Yeah.
So it would be cool to see, Roman leading the one side of the bloodline, Rock leading one side of the bloodline, and they all come together at WrestleMania. I think that would be an awesome story. So I'm excited for that. All right, main event, guys. Seth freaking Rollins is back. He's challenging Damian Priest. I didn't like that he just. I mean, I guess you get your rematch clause, right? Like, this is technically his rematch clause. He's never got his rematch.
He can do whatever he wants. He's Seth freaking Rollins.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. It's just kind of like Damian Priest, he was like, I'm not, like, he was being a man about it. And here you go. I'm going to offer you a championship match, blah, blah. All right. We got our build up there. Seth freaking Rollins is back. I think it'll be a great match, but he doesn't need to win. Priest needs the title a little bit longer. Otherwise, it'll be a failed run. He has...
Yeah, okay. Well...
and I think Seth's still going to take some time. He doesn't want to be full-time yet.
No,
he still needs to be in and out. And with holding the title, he doesn't have that flexibility.
I wouldn't want to be full-time either if I was married to Becky Lynch. Okay, so... The thing about him just being able to walk in... the only reason why I have a problem with that is because when Drew McIntyre got beat, which he didn't really get beat, it was the whole CM Punk debacle.
Yeah.
He got pushed to the back of the line.
Yeah.
And Seth just gets to stroll in. Because the stipulation on this is if Seth wins, Priest has to quit Judgment Day. And if Priest wins, Seth Rollins can't challenge him again as long as he's champion. Well, that's not a big deal because he's going to lose the championship at SummerSlam against Gunther. So it's only 2 months.
Yeah.
So Priest, I think, will somehow. I think that the Judgment Day will interfere.
Yeah.
And that's going to piss off Priest again because he doesn't want their help. And that's how he's going to win. And I think he's going to leave Judgment Day very soon on his own, anyways.
Yeah, move on to a solo star. All right, so we're pretty similar. The only matches we're split on is the two money. Well, we both think McIntyre's going to win, right?
Yeah, we both think.
And you think Chelsea Green? I think Tiffy Time's going to win.
Who?
So. What? You think Chelsea Green's going to win?
No. Chelsea Green.
I got Tiffy Time, so. Split on the one match. Should be a good card. This one will be good. I wish this one started at 1 because I would have liked to catch a couple of these matches, but...
Starts at 7, though.
Yeah, maybe we'll try and get that recording ready. And get that going.
Well, that doesn't work.
And, there you have it, guys. Money in the Bank predictions. Should be a good card. We'll recap kind of the results sometime next week. I don't know if we'll do a full video or maybe we'll just do a quick little recap and see what happens. But
throw it in on our Wednesday thing or something.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. If you like this video and you want to see more WWE/AEW videos, let us know in the comments below. Make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you can see all of our upcoming videos. We've got our weeklies coming next week. We're fully into the CFL season as well, so lots of stuff going on there. Another good game last night between the Bombers.
Yeah, we're getting off topic now.
And the Red Blacks. So yeah, but enjoy the show tonight, guys, and we'll catch you next week.
Thanks, guys.